All information in this video is current at the date of filming on June 21st, 2024. All information is subject to change, terms and conditions. The people who appear in this video work for Money.ca, which has a business relationship with the product being reviewed. However, this relationship does not influence our views or opinions.
TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite Privilege Card could save your life.
Are you willing to stake my life on this?
I am more than willing to stake your life on this. How did you end up with this card?
I upgraded from the Infinite. I heard the other one was metal. So.
Yes. How cool does it look? Can we see the card?
Ready? Feel the weight. That's the good bit.
Oh.
Okay. Dramatically.
Okay, yeah.
Feel the weight.
It feels like an infinity stone.
Number one, the sheer volume of points. The points are much, much higher than any other card that I'm aware of, especially when it comes to Aeroplan points. Really love the lounge access and any of those little travel perks. They're fantastic. Insurance is done. You don't have to worry about it. It's a really good insurance policy as well for when you're traveling abroad. So if you're a traveler, I can't fault it.
I was bitten by a raccoon in Florida and the hospital bill was $21,000.
Yes, I'm aware of that, but you also got special raccoon powers.
I can now sniff garbage from 4 miles away.
The fee is high for sure, but it's worth it because of the amount of travel that I do. I would easily spend more money on flights, so that what I'm redeeming is better than the fee itself.
Right. Wow, that was actually a very short cons list, which is, I guess, why it won Best Card for welcome bonus and rewards.
And you do get a very large amount of points up front. On your anniversary, provided you hit a certain spending limit, you get another pretty substantial amount, which tops up the account.
Now, is this your anniversary of the card, or is it when you're out with your wife at a dinner one night, some TD person comes up and gives you a special plaque?
No, card anniversary. It's really, really strong on Aeroplan points, so flight points. Upgrades are my favorite thing, and you can get upgrades very cheaply by using the card. If you book premium, 9 times out of 10 successfully got an upgrade up to business. I used to try and upgrade at the airport by just going up to the desk and seeing what upgrades are available. That's really unreliable. And also it's too late in the game to get into the lounge and have fun there.
So when you sit there and they bring you the champagne in first class and you recline your seat back,
yeah.
Is it still pretty easy to turn up your chin as others get on the plane when you're reclined like that, or?
I was once given the opportunity to get on a business class flight and it ruined me forever, like forever. Now, my wife and I, if we can't get this with the upgrade credits, we'll genuinely consider not traveling now.
Wow.
It's terrible. It's like you can become entitled within one flight. That's enough.
So do you find yourself using the card more than as an upgrade card versus just outright buying flights with the Aeroplan points?
Well, in order to maintain the different statuses you have to, at some point, spend some money on flights. It's not as though you can just do it all on Aeroplan points. I know, they get you that way. You have the 2 little discs on the Aeroplan app. One of them is money you spent. That one fills up nicely. But if you don't do any actual flights as well, then after a year, you don't maintain the same status you upgraded to before. So you have to actually buy some flights as well. Business travel is perfect for.
What kind of ways can you earn points with this card?
Gas, groceries, the usual things that you'd use your credit card for. We use our credit card for absolutely everything. It's a treat. You're building up a flight, something I can look forward to, and it makes me feel slightly better about spending silly money on minor things like kids' educations and stuff like that.
For cashback cards, it kind of gets lost in the wash, but for something like the TD Aeroplan Visa Infinite Privilege, it's almost like this penny jar you're saving up. That's like, and then you unload the penny jar and it feels free. It feels like a treat.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm aware of certain things that have doubled up, like the LCBO. You can use your Aeroplan card and also pay by your TD Infinite Privilege card. And so you get the points for the transaction once, and then again for the Aeroplan card. Just living, you end up accumulating a huge amount of points.
Kind of feels like retribution to the economy.
Yeah, exactly. As we've already talked about, there's a lot of benefits for redeeming on flights, but you also have benefits on cars. For instance, I can rent a car when I head to England. I'll just rent a car, and it will be such a small number compared to the flight number. It's almost a rounding error. You just, I'll throw in a car. It just works that way.
Wow. I'll have a car. Just throw in a Ferrari.
You get a car.
You get a car. You get a car. That's amazing. Does it has a lot of insurance benefits, this card? Does it have rental insurance, that kind of thing?
Yes. So they tell me. I've never used any of it, fortunately. But yeah,
Good.
I looked at it the other day. I knew we were going to have this conversation. It was lots of insurance. I sent my son and wife to Florida, 5 nights. The whole thing, just all points. When you're looking at the redeeming Aeroplan points, you have they sort of present you 3 options. There's the partial points and a high dollar value, which never looks that appealing. The actual number is so high. When you include fees and things, you may as well have not used the points. And then there's sort of a middle range where I guess they label it as the preferred option. And then you can use all points. So when you use all points, it really does mean all points. No transaction, nothing comes out in your car. So able to do that with points, and then they top back up again pretty quickly after that, so we can just keep rolling.
So you're making a lot of upgrades. What is the annual fee?
I think it's around about $600, and then it's $200 for an additional card holder. My wife and I were in the 800s a year annual fee to maintain the card.
Right.
But I think the rewards are worth it. If you're traveling like we do, you would spend that $800 on the flights easily.
You're getting that back in 1 or 2 flights.
Easily.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Does your wife use this card a lot?
Yeah, exactly the same thing. And also we get to pool our points. So Aeroplan allows you to add your family members into the account. So it doesn't really matter actually who earned the points. You can just use the pool for whatever you want for flights for whoever.
This must get sticky at some point when she wants to take the trip to Miami, but you're like, hey, I earned those points.
No, I don't think we tend to go together.
Oh.
You know, we're a happily married couple.
Weird. What does it feel like to cut in front of a 3-hour line at Toronto Pearson International Airport, recently named worst airport in all of North America?
Pretty magnificent. I spent many a decade not doing this, so I'm enjoying the moment while I can do this. You just walk straight through and saunter to the front of the line. And
do you have to do a paparazzi kind of taking your photos?
No, but it does feel that way.
Have you visited one of these lounges?
Have I visited? Yes, I have visited these lounges quite a bit. They're pretty great. The Maple Lounge in Toronto Pearson is really good. There's an open bar, which is always lovely. And there's plenty of food, and it's high up, so you can sit from your privileged position and have a look out over the rest of the airport.
Yeah. How many times in one flight will you say peasants while looking down at the people with your cheese stick skewer and your free champagne?
Throwing the can of the chicken tendies over there.
Yeah.
Over the side there. No, in all honesty, it does feel really special. It actually is something you look forward to for a flight. Food at the airport is nice. Last Christmas, we spent something like 2 days in the lounge because we were in the middle of storms in Canada. There was some big Christmas storms. The lounge was a godsend because of that, because we were just stuck.
As a good friend of yours, I'm actually really wondering, can you bring friends into the lounges?
I believe there is an ability to do that. I've not tried it, and we'll see how our relationship flourishes.
I thought we were ready for that next step.
Okay, well, let's go for it.
We're going on a trip to Antarctica. 6 months. I can't wait. All right. Well, thank you so much, Nic. I wish you a very successful next first-class flight.
Oh, dear.
If you want the best card for rewards and welcome bonus as much as I do, just click the link in the description or on the Money.ca website.